Hey everybody, Arthur here with another unboxing video. Today we have G.I. Joe Classified Series Torch, and as you can see, he comes in that newer style packaging with the window, showing off the figure and accessories. We got some awesome artwork of Torch on the side, and Torch is number 123 of the Classified Series. But let's go ahead and get Torch out of the box. Straight out of the package, Torch comes with a pair of pistols, which are sculpted pretty nice. They look great. They got the hole in the front for effects, but nice looking pistols. Got a little bit of sculpted design on them. Besides two pistols, we do get a backpack, and there's a hose that goes to something, which we'll be looking at. But we got his fuel backpack with the center canister painted yellow with the skull. It says Knox Rule. And it is spelled wrong. They're stating that it's because Torch is illiterate and can't spell, which is fine. And if it's not the case and they accidentally messed it up, well, good excuse. And other than that, it's all black. It's got a little valve underneath. Got some texture on the other side. And then you got the hose that comes separate. You attach it. We've seen this with the Techno Viper, and we got ourselves a flamethrower attached. Flamethrower looks awesome, very metal, very biker. We got this skull that has its mouth open and the end of the flamethrower's coming out of it. It's got flames coming out of its eyes, and what's cool is it is a hard plastic, the skull and the flames and stuff. I thought these would pop out, but they don't. The only thing that's a bummer, like everything that comes with this figure is pretty solid, but this is pretty gummy. You could just see how it bends very easily. His backpack is really well sculpted that it actually fits pretty snug to the back, not causing any awkward gapping. One thing I like about the backpack is that it has a spot for the flamethrower to hang. I wish the flames could just pop out of the skull, because it's like, man, you're going to have this on your back as flames are shooting out. But I do like that you have a space to store that. Here we have an up-close look at the tip of that flamethrower with the flames coming out. But I did add one of the flame effects. Pops right in there. This would be the flame you'd use right before you're going to be blasting some Joes and toasting them up. Here we get another flame effect. And what's not gummy is the flame effect. It is a solid piece of plastic. So you're not really going to have to deal with droopage with this at all. I think this looks awesome. So it's almost like you could take the three flame effects. Yes, we get three flame effects and almost like splice them together to make like an animation almost. Because you got the starter, you got this one that's sort of like the blast part of it. And then the next one we're going to take a look at, you can see would be like the final part. Here we have the final flame effect, which you can see it's sort of like I said, it's sort of like a progression. You start with the little flame, you know, it's ready to be used. The other one's sort of like that first burst. And this is just that consistent stream. And again, this is a solid piece of plastic. All these effects are really solid. Again, everything's solid with the figure. It's just the actual flamethrower is the gummy one. Here we have an up-close look at Torch, and this figure looks fantastic. The head sculpt is solid. They sculpted in the glasses, so you don't have to worry about glasses falling off and not staying on the head, even though they got better with Ripper. This figure's mutton chops look amazing. They're sculpted really nice. Got the red bandana. Again, looking really good. Hair sculpted nicely. We got studs on the back of his vest, texture on the back. What would have been cool is to see the Dreadnok logo like in a patch on the back. Then we got the chains that wrap around. It's got a floating armband with some spikes on it. Flames on both arms and chains on both arms. Texture throughout this vest. Got skulls sculpted in. He's got a choker with studs, a little skull necklace. And the buckles are painted silver. The zippers are painted silver. They didn't have to go all out like that. But that's what takes a figure to the next level. Those little accents and attention to detail really makes the figure pop. If they would have left a lot of this black, it would have been very disappointing. But they put that love into the paint. We even get a painted chain belt with the skull on it. Looking really good. We got the flame pockets. We got the holsters for the guns. I kept the guns in there. Jeans have a nice texture. Now, a lot of people were upset that he has these Mindbender boots with the flaps and stuff like that. But if you look at the original figure, he has those high knee pad stuff. So, seeing people trying to cut him off and all that stuff, and it's like, man, just keep it as is. Nice texture throughout. Some nice biker boots. Torch looks awesome. Now, diving into articulation, his head has a lot of attitude. Full 360 in case you want to snap his neck or something like that. He can look down that far. He can look up that far. His arms, full T-pose, bicep swivels, double jointed elbows, wrist rotation, and vertical hinges in both hands, which is a little problematic, but I will explain that a little bit later. He does have that U crunch in there, so you can crunch him a little bit in that vest. But if you use the ball joint down there, you can get him lean forward like that. It's not horrible. Leaning back, he gets way more action. And he has drop down hips. He can kick forward that far. Double jointed knee. Works really well. And a boot swivel where the boot's at. Ankle bend. Pivot. Full Van Damme. Plenty articulation on this guy. And just overall, I am pleased with how this figure turned out. I did forget to mention that there are butterflies in there, and that's because they really don't butterfly that much. Like, the butterfly is just, it's rough. They need to do something to make the butterflies work more efficiently. My biggest gripe when it comes to Torch isn't the gummy flamethrower. Not at all. It's the fact that he has two vertical hands. So you really can't hold the flamethrower properly because the butterflies don't work and his wrists don't bend in the proper direction. So you can get him to hold the flamethrower looking like he's using the flamethrower, but it's not going to be using that trigger finger. Even if you try, it's just going to end up adding a warp to the to the flamethrower itself, and it's still going to be a struggle to get it up close like it should be. Here we have Torch with some of his Dreadnok crew, and they look great together. I'm happy that Hasbro's been pumping out Dreadnoks because I do love me some Dreadnoks, and they look great together. You know, except for Buzzer's damn goggle glasses. Those things don't stay on worth a damn, so I had to use some sticky tack. But you could see the evolution and the progress that Hasbro is doing, because you could see that from Buzzer, we got Ripper's glasses, which stay on a lot better. And then they're like, hey, people still aren't caring for it, so let's just sculpt them in. So we got Torch with the sculpted in sunglasses. I think it's awesome to see that type of evolution. And even with the types of plastic we're using, because the only thing that's gummy on Torch is his flamethrower. Everything else is solid, and those effects are not going to droop, which is great. That's the worst thing, is to have like a flamethrower effect and have to worry about it being all droopy and stuff on display. But Torch is a solid addition to your Dreadnok collection. If you're a Joe collector, I highly recommend him. Or if you just want some biker dude with a flamethrower, he is a solid release. And that sums up my unboxing and review of G.I. Joe Classified Series Dreadnok Torch. If you guys are enjoying my content, hit the like button. New to my channel, hit that subscribe button if you want to watch more videos that I do and reviews of action figures and toys. And then also hit the silver bell notification so you know when I put those reviews up and when I go live every Wednesday, 7:30 p.m. Eastern for State of the Art, where we talk about action figures, what's coming out, our toy hauls, and all that good stuff. So come hang out, chat it up with us for State of the Art every Wednesday, 7:30 p.m. And most importantly, I want you guys to have the best luck hunting, keep on collecting, have a beautiful day.